Yeah, so this is my own very well used Cradle to Cradle. It's one of the original publications. It's seen better days, but it's marked up from cover to cover because this is really what inspired me to join an organization like EcoAmmo and do the work that we do and look at products and materials the way that we do.
Welcome to Green Energy Futures, your guide to the green energy revolution that's already underway. Hi, David Dodge here for Green Energy Futures. Today we're in Burnaby, British Columbia at a company called GR Green Building Products. They make shingles for houses out of recycled milk containers and grocery bags and limestone. They use a process called Cradle to Cradle manufacturing that uses recycled materials and has no waste. The process also has a very low carbon footprint. So we're here to learn all about it. Let's go inside and find out how it works. Meet Jeff Wenzel. He's the president of GR Building Products, and he's one of the people responsible for taking it from the kitchen table to a pilot plant.
This company was actually formed about 10 years ago, and we discovered the process basically in a kitchen with a rolling pin. So we've been scaling it up from the kitchen rolling pin level over the last 8 to 10 years, and it was about 2 years ago that we started full-scale production from our pilot plant.
These synthetic slate shingles are really cool. They're made of 80% pulverized limestone, left over from industrial processes, and 20% recycled plastic, things like recycled milk jugs and plastic grocery bags.
The process that we developed, which is different than extrusion or injection molding, allows us to use some recycled plastic with minor contaminants in it. It doesn't have to be totally pure. In fact, the little impurities causes minor imperfections in our product and actually makes it look more real. So we're happy to have just straight recycled plastic in our process, or in our products.
They're also aiming for Cradle to Cradle certification. That's an extremely rigorous third-party certification that focuses on closed-loop manufacturing and continuous upcycling.
Well, our manufacturing processes follow the Cradle to Cradle paradigm, where raw materials are continuously upcycled in a closed-loop system. So basically, at the end of a life cycle for a cradle-to-cradle product, it doesn't go to the dump, it gets reused.
And in your case, it makes new shingles.
In our case, our finished products can be reused after about 50 years. They can be taken off a house and actually reprocessed into new finished materials, so nothing ever goes to the dump.
Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It just changes form into something we can either use or we can't. Most of our energy-intensive building products aren't upcycled or even recycled into a form we can use. As Wenzel says, they end up in the dump. And Cradle to Cradle certification is serious about your carbon footprint as well.
There's basically two major components to your carbon footprint. One is your raw materials, and our raw materials are waste or recycled, so there's no carbon footprint associated with those materials. And the other one is the energy. And our energy requirement here is quite small, plus we're fortunate in BC that a lot of our energy comes from hydroelectric sources, so that the energy we use is fairly green or environmentally sustainable.
GR Green is looking to raise money and scale up their manufacturing. But right now, they have a couple of dedicated roofers who sell and install their product. One of them is Dale Chemechko of DC Roofing. He likes it because it handles cold temperatures and it looks great.
It also gives a very good impression of a real slate. It has basically the same properties, being 80% limestone. So it actually scratches up like a real slate, it looks like a real slate, it washes out like a real slate.
So not only do the people who install it like it, but once they scale up, they can leverage that Cradle to Cradle certification. Brandy Berdiniuk is a principal at EcoAmmo, a green design consulting business based in Edmonton, and she's the kind of person who makes decisions about what kind of green products go into a building.
Cradle to Cradle certification is good for a lot of things, mainly removing the need for you as a design professional to constantly keep informed on exactly what product and material you're putting into a building. So it allows for us to create a list or a database of products that we can trust.
Oh, interesting. Because you need to know that about all this stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot of products that go into a building. If you have to research every single one, it becomes a lot of work. If you're able to trust a certification like Cradle to Cradle, then you're able to at least go to a database and look for the products and put them side by side and compare them.
After 10 years of work, Jeff Wenzel is looking for $2.4 million in investment to scale up his pilot plant and apply for Cradle to Cradle certification. To learn more about Cradle to Cradle and GR Green building products, head to greenenergyfutures.ca. We've got a photo gallery, a podcast, and a blog. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos. Stick around at the end for the credits and a link to one of our favorites. For Green Energy Futures, I'm David Dodge. With the Mosaic Center, we've definitely found a sweet spot for geothermal heating and cooling systems. To learn more about net zero office buildings, check out our episode on the amazing Mosaic Center. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got a new video every 2 weeks.